This time we ask you please rise and remove your caps for the singing of the Star Spangled Banner. Tonight's performance is by Rory Nanzel. He hails from Woodstock. He works as a welder and a fabricator, and he has sung with various choirs and choruses. He sings with the Emmanuel Lutheran Church Choir in Woodstock and has performed in a few musicals. He shares his voice singing the national anthem at many dog sporting events where he and his wife Carol compete with their golden retrievers in agility and dock diving, and it's kind of cool to see those things diving into the water. Rory, whenever you're ready.
The dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, thank you, Rory.
The 2026 Strasburg Express are on the air from First Bank Park in Strasburg, Virginia. It is the 2026 Strasburg Express and the Valley Baseball League. Good evening, everyone. I'm Kyle Gutschall. Glad to be back with you here tonight for a North versus South Division matchup between the Strasburg Express, entering with a record of 6-4, and the Harrisonburg Turks come in with a mark of 5-6. Bryce Mitchell gets the start tonight for the Express. Mitchell is a 6-foot right-hander out of Bucknell. He hails from Damascus, Maryland. And he is making his fourth appearance of the season, fourth start. He's gone at 9 1/3 innings, allowed 8 hits, 6 runs, 5 of those earned, walked 4 and struck out 13, entering with no record and an ERA of 4.82. And the lineup he will face tonight for the visiting Turks of Harrisonburg, who enter play tonight as a team, batting .258. Leading off and playing center field, it's Jackson Walker. Batting second is Andy Perez, the shortstop. Batting third is Bennett Gary. He's the right fielder. Batting fourth, the cleanup man and the catcher, Connor Spellman. Batting fifth, the DH, Brody Dalton. Batting sixth and playing first is Elijah Williams. Batting seventh, Ben Garber. He's the left fielder. Batting eighth, Philip Garcia, the third baseman. And batting ninth tonight for the Harrisonburg Turks and playing second base, it is Trey Miranda. Strasburg coming off of a game that ended up being suspended last night due to rain. A 10-10 game where they led by 4 in the 9th inning, but they let it slip away. So that game against Front Royal will be completed on Friday before the regularly scheduled game against the Front Royal Cardinals. We'll talk about that again a little bit later, but now we are ready for baseball here on a unusually cool summer evening in the Valley. Temperatures in the mid-70s today, and the first pitch of the game is hammered to right, deep, backing up, and it is off the top of the wall. Castillo fires it back in safely, and it'll lead off double in the first pitch of the game. Off the bat, it looked like that ball was going to leave the ballpark, but instead it stays in. And not wasting any time are the Harrisonburg Turks as Jackson Walker with a heck of a swing there to start the game here tonight. Walker entered the game as their best hitter, coming in at .345 average with a double and a couple of home runs. So leadoff double in the first pitch. Here's Andy Perez, the shortstop. Perez out of Florida Southwestern. He shows bunt. It's to the backstop. And all the way to third, standing up on the wild pitch is Walker. So 2 pitches in and a runner already at third base for Harrisonburg. Both of these teams playing last night. Harrisonburg suffered a loss in a game that they led. Their starting pitcher went 7 shutout innings, but they couldn't hold on to it and ended up losing by a run. So now runner at third, nobody out, 1-0 count. Perez takes for a strike, 1-1. Home run ballpark here in Strasburg, much different than Veterans Memorial in Harrisonburg, home of the JMU Dukes. Turks have only hit 6 home runs as a team, 4 of them from Brody Dalton and 2 by Jackson Walker. Swing and a miss. Tried to lay off, but Perez could not, 1-2. So an opportunity here tonight, if the Turks can get the ball in the air, to potentially add to their home run total. Mitchell ahead 1-2 of Andy Perez here in the top of the first. Righty kicks and deals, and that is grounded to third, and the play is going to be at first. Run's going to score. RBI ground out for Perez as Walker comes in, and it's 1-0 Turks, just like that here in the first inning.
The right fielder from the University of Miami, number 4, Bennett Gary.
So nobody on now, 1 out, and 1-0 Harrisonburg. And it brings up Bennett Gary, the right fielder. Gary out of the University of Miami from Parkland, Florida. 5'9", lefty, 170. And he takes a little bit low, 1-0. Defense tonight behind Bryce Mitchell. And the outfield, Williams in left, Shelley in center, Castillo's in right. In the infield, Waldrop at third, Roberts at short, Swartz at second, Brown at first, and Broderick doing the catching. 1-0 now to Gary, the pitch. That's outside, 2-0 now. But a beautiful night for baseball. It's going to be sweatshirt weather this evening, which is hard to believe as we hit midway through here in June, but a cold front coming through the area for this week or so. 2-0 is grounded sharply to short, and Roberts has it eat him up. And an error to start off here in this top of the first inning as Bennett Gary reaches. And it will bring up Connor Spellman, the catcher, with a runner at first and 1 out. Spellman out of Jacksonville University. From Oviedo, Florida. 6'4", righty, 215. The pitch. That's outside. New skipper for the Harrisonburg Turks this year. It's Tyler Bocock taking over after many, many years of Bob Weiss leading the charge for Harrisonburg. Tyler was with the River Bandits as an assistant coach, along with his dad, Mike, who was the head coach for 4 or 5 years. That ball is drilled to left center field. Backing up is Shelley at the wall. He reaches up and he makes the catch, has just enough room out there, and makes the catch for the second out. So Connor Spellman, who just flew out, for example, he was with the River Bandits last year. Luke Keister, a former player, is an assistant coach with Harrisonburg. He played for Shenandoah University and also played for the River Bandits a couple of seasons. So see some other familiar faces from the River Bandits on this Turks team this year. Here's a check to first, and back in safely is Gary. Express were fortunate, though, that Spellman just fell short of hitting one out of the park. Hit it to left center. It's 365 to straightaway center, and then just 300 feet down the left and right field lines. Runner goes. The pitch is a ball. Third to second, and he is out. Heck of a throw there from Will Broderick as Baylor Roberts applies the tag, and that will do it here in the first. The Turks score a run on 1 hit. They leave no one. There was 1 express error. We go to the bottom of the first. Jackson Reeves on the mound tonight for Harrisonburg. We'll tell you about him right after this on the Express Baseball Network.
Express from the University of Florida, second baseman, number 47, Colton Schwartz.
Welcome back to Strasburg. We go to the bottom of the first. On the mound tonight for the Harrisonburg Turks is Jackson Reeves. Reeves out of southwestern Illinois. And his first pitch is inside, ball one. Reeves 6'5", 220. Throws from the right side. Lineup he will face tonight for Strasburg, leading off and playing second, it's Colton Schwartz. Batting second is Tanner Waldrop, the third baseman. Here's the 1-0. That's low. Batting third, Marshall McGowan, the DH. Batting fourth is Sam Brown, the first baseman. Batting fifth and playing left, Madden Williams. Batting sixth and playing center, it's Wade Shelley. Batting seventh, the shortstop, Baylor Roberts. 2-0, grounded left side. That's going to be picked up on the run by Garcia. Throw is in the dirt, and a heck of a pick over there by Williams. One up, one down to start here in the bottom of the first. Will Broderick, the catcher, will bat eighth. Eddie Castillo, the right fielder, bats ninth tonight for Strasburg. Numbers on the year for the starter, Reeves. He has been roughed up to this point, trying to get on track tonight. This is his third appearance, his second start. Here's the pitch to Waldrop, swinging a foul back. He's now gone 3 2/3 innings. He's allowed 9 hits, 11 runs, 10 earned. He's only walked 2 and hasn't struck out anyone. But he gets the first out here in the bottom of the first. Here's the 0-1 to Tanner Waldrop, and that's high. Waldrop from Auburn. One ball, one strike, one out. The pitch. That's in there. So now a ball and 2 strikes to Tanner Waldrop. That's high. The unfortunate thing about that game being suspended last night is the stats are just out there in limbo in the middle of space. They can't be submitted because the game is not complete. So 9 innings of stats are just out there in oblivion right now. For the Express, this is a tapper foul. So only thing we can reference for most of these hitters is what their numbers were entering yesterday, which for Tanner Waldrop was 250. Couple of RBIs in his first game. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Swinging a drive to left center. That ball is drilled, going back to the wall, and it's off the top of the wall. It's going to be a bang-bang play at second. It's cut off, the throw not in time, and Waldrop in there with a double. That was another one similar to what Jackson Walker did in the top of the first. He hit it well, but it did not leave the ballpark.
From Western Carolina University, number 22, Marshall McGowan.
So Waldrop with a double, and I think the temperature probably has something to do with the ball flight tonight. I mean, typically our games here were in the mid-80s, low 90s, sometimes mid-90s at game time, and tonight we're in the low 70s. Here's McGowan. He waves and misses. Big hack there, 0-1. So a 1-out double. First hit of the game for the Express. And now we're going to try to cash in. McGowan entered last night's game hitting .458 with a home run and 8 runs driven in. 0-1 from Jackson Reeves. Righty deals. That's down and away. McGowan last night, as of right now, an RBI double and a hit by pitch with a run scored. He also had a sac fly, ground out, and a line out. 1-1 to the tall righty. That's in there for a strike. McGowan, 6'2" righty from Western Carolina University out of Forest City, North Carolina. He's behind in the count, though, 1-2 here. And he fouls it off the fist. That bat will continue. Defense tonight behind Jackson Reeves in the outfield. Garber in left, Walker in center, Gary in right. Garcia at third, Perez at short, Miranda at second, Williams at first, and Spellman behind the plate. Pretty good lead out there at second for Waldrop. 1-2. Swinging a ground ball, third base side. Garcia gobbles it up, checks the runner back, throw to first in time, and there are 2 outs. So 2 outs now in the bottom of the first, and here's Sam Brown, the first baseman.
First baseman from Gulf Coast State College, number 25, Sam Brown.
Brown out of the lineup yesterday, so his numbers are up to date. He comes in hitting .462, 12 for 26, 4 doubles, 6 runs driven in. Brown, a dangerous hitter, still looking for his first home run of the season. He grounds one left side. It's a base hit. And the ball bobbled out there and left. The run's going to come in to score. He was going to be sent anyways and probably score regardless. It's an RBI single for Sam Brown, and the Express tied up. It's 1-1, and Brown continues to hit. He's now 13 for 27, his 7th RBI in the year. And we're all knotted back up at 1.
Williams.
Good piece of hitting there, knocking it through the left side of the infield. It was a bobble out there by Garber, but the runner was being sent around, and he came in to score easily. Here's Madden Williams. Williams has been swinging it well as of late. He takes a strike. It's 0-1. Williams, the left fielder. 5'10" right-hander from Sanford out of Nashville, Tennessee. Runner at first, 2 outs. 0-1 from Reeves. That's down and away, 1-1. Madden hit a home run here 2 nights ago. Last night, he walked a couple of singles at an RBI and a run scored. Getting another start tonight, 1-1. Swing and a foul tip held on to by the catcher, 1-2. So Reeves trying to end the inning right here. This will be his 15th pitch of the inning. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on the fastball, and that will do it here in the first. But Strasburg is able to tie it up. Double from Waldrop, RBI single from Brown. 1-1 our score. We're through an inning, and we'll return after this on the Express Baseball Network. We go to the top of the second. 1-1 our score. It'll be Brody Dalton leading off the DH, and the first pitch is down and in, ball 1. And he was hit by the pitch, apparently. So Dalton, who is the best power hitter on this team, gets hit to lead off the inning, and that's how we get this half started.
Elijah Williams.
Here's Elijah Williams, the first baseman. Williams out of Flagler. Hails from St. Augustine, Florida. 6'2", 215, left-hander. And he takes a little bit low, 1-0. Williams enters hitting 250, has 5 runs driven in. Strasburg would love a double play, but Mitchell falling behind 2-0 now. Turks as a team come in hitting 258, which is mid-pack in the league. 2-0, runner bluffs, and it's 3-0. So now Mitchell behind 3-0 to the first baseman Williams with Ben Garber, the left fielder, on deck. Again, when you set up these first and second nobody out chances, then typically leads to a bunt. 3-0, and that is swung on and popped up into center. He was swinging away and gifting the Express an out as Williams flies out for the first out of the top of the second. Big out there.
The left fielder from Rochester University, number 15, Ben Garber.
So instead of potentially a walk, it's a fly out on a 3-0 pitch, and it brings up Ben Garber, the left fielder. Garber out of Rochester from Las Vegas, Nevada. 6'1" righty, 195. Mitchell checks and deals. The pitch is in the dirt. Great pick back there by Will Broderick, keeping it in front, 1-0. Garber, the second leading hitter on this team average-wise. He's hitting .313, a double, a triple, and 6 runs driven in. Swings and misses at a breaking ball, falling off the table, heading into the left-handed batter's box. It's 1-1. With 1 out here in a 1-1 game. Breeze picking up a little bit here in the press box. Breaking ball comes back to find the zone. That's a nice pitch there from Bryce Mitchell. And the count now 1-2 to Ben Garber, the left fielder and 7th hitter here for the Harrisonburg Turks. One, two, and the pitch. Swing and a pop-up foul. Well, the way that the schedule is configured these days, this is the only time that the Express will face the Turks in the regular season. Last year, the Express played against the Turks in Harrisonburg, lost that game in heartbreaking fashion on a walk-off. So this year the Turks are here, and they would only play again if both of them get to the championship series. Harrisonburg trying to get back to what they were in the early 2000s, and that was pretty much a championship contender every single season. 1-2, swinging a pop-up. Mitchell calls, now Brown, the first baseman, calls him off and makes the catch. Jammed him on a weak pop, and there are 2 outs.
The third baseman from Gulf Coast State College, number 26, Philip Garcia.
Harrisonburg, even the last 5, 6, 7 years, they're typically one of the better teams every single season. They've just had trouble in the playoffs getting over that hump. Charlottesville in the South Division has been the team to try to beat as of late. That pitch is outside. And then the Waynesboro Generals, and another team that looking to get back to success. They've gotten off to a good start. And then Charlottesville, on the other hand, they have not gotten off to a good start at all. 1-0 the count, the pitch. That's up and away, 2-0. Strasburg defeated Charlottesville in the championship series last year, 2-1. They won game 3 right here on this field on a combined no-hitter to win it all. Two balls, no strikes to Philip Garcia, the third baseman. That's a ground ball down the first baseline, and it's fair past Sam Brown. Castillo will get to it. He'll field it cleanly. He'll fire it in, and a nice job keeping the runners at second and third there on the double down the line by Garcia. So now Harrisonburg threatening again, second and third, and 2 outs, and it brings up Trey Miranda, the second baseman.
Second baseman from Palm Beach Atlantic, number 13, Trey Miranda.
Miranda enters hitting .241. This is his 9th start of the year. 6 runs driven in. He's got a good chance here. Second and third, 2 outs. The pitch. That's high, ball 1. So a hit by pitch to lead off the inning, then a fly out on a 3-0 pitch, pop out, and a double. 2 hits already for the Turks. Trying to reclaim the lead here, and that's ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Top of the lineup next. It's Jackson Walker if Miranda can get on or keep this inning alive. 2-0. That misses. 3-0. That's in there for a strike. Mitchell finds his zone. 3-1 now. Inside ball 4. That'll load the bases for the leadoff man, Jackson Walker, here in the second.
Center fielder, number 8, Jackson Walker.
The Walker, who nearly hit one out of the park on the first pitch of the game, will get a chance to swing here with the bases full and 2 outs. Definitely don't want to throw him that fastball again like the first at-bat. He was all over it, and somehow it didn't leave. First pitch, off speed, in there for a strike, 0-1. So Mitchell gets ahead here. Dalton at third, Garcia at second, Miranda at first here in the second for the Turks. That is fouled off, 0-2. See if Mitchell can get this out here. You don't want to give him anything too sweet to swing at. 0-2. And that is hit well to right field, but Castillo has room and makes the catch. And that will do it here in the top of the second. A deep fly there again by Walker, and it stays in the park, and this one caught. And that will do it here in the half inning. Strasburg gets out of a jam. We go to the last of the second. 1-1 our score here on the Express Baseball Network. Wade Shelley leads off for the Express as we go to the bottom of the second inning. It will be 6, 7, and 8. Shelley, Roberts, and Broderick due up against the right-hander Jackson Reeves. First pitch coming up to Shelley from Auburn, and that is inside, and he was hit by the pitch. So just like last half inning, A hit by pitch to the leadoff man. So here comes Baylor Roberts, the shortstop out of the University of Alabama, Birmingham.
From the University of Alabama, Birmingham, shortstop, number 9, Baylor Roberts.
Roberts had the night off last night, so his numbers are up to date. He comes in hitting .310, couple of doubles, 7 runs driven in. He swings and grounds one to third, high hop. They go to second for one, back to first, double play. So just like that, 2 pitches and 2 outs. It's a 5-4-3 double play here in the second.
From the University of Virginia, number 1, William Broderick.
So 2 outs now for the catcher, Will Broderick. Will enters hitting .273. And that skips to the plate, gets a good piece to the catcher, Spellman, 1-0. One-one our score, bottom of the second. Harrisonburg enters at 5-6. Strasburg at 6-4. 1-0. Outside 2-0. Misses 3-0. Just one other game going on tonight, a makeup game. Stanton is at Charlottesville. And then the Express will be back in action again tomorrow night on the road at Newmarket. Meanwhile, Culpeper will be at Covington. That ball is fouled away on a 3-0 pitch, and it's now 3-1. Valley League standings in the North, Purcellville leading the way at 10-3. Strasburg second at 6-4. Newmarket third at 7-5. Low, ball 4. Broderick draws the walk. For some reason, the Purcellville Woodstock game from last night was not finalized. So Woodstock ended Purcellville's 9-game winning streak last night. And here's Eddie Castillo, the right fielder, batting 9th tonight. Big lead at first for Broderick, the pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Castillo with the night off last night. Runner at first, 2 outs, and a throw over there, drawing the catcher back to first. Winchester at 6-7. Front Royal is 4-8. Woodstock 5-8. That pitch is in there, 0-2. To the count. Castillo from the University of New Orleans. That's high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. In the South, Waynesboro leading the way at 9-3. Stanton second at 8-4. And then Culpeper third, 5-5. Harrisonburg fourth at 5-6. Charlottesville fifth at 3-8. Covington last at 2-9. Castillo swings and hits a high fly ball in the left center field toward the gap, and it's not going to be called. Miscommunication out there. Broderick is being sent home. Here's the relay throw. A little bit of a hesitation, and it allowed the run to score. Castillo with a double on a fly ball to left center. Miscommunication from Garber and Walker, and they couldn't get there to make the catch. Strasburg leads 2-1.
Second baseman, number 47, Colton Schwartz.
I tell you, there could have been a serious play at the plate there if the shortstop could have gotten the ball out of his glove when he tried to. He hesitated just a little bit, and still a close play at home. So 2 outs, runner at second. Here's Colton Schwartz. He swings and misses, tried to hold off. He grounded out to third his first time up. So the Express take the lead for the first time tonight, and per usual, they have 2 runs, at least 2 over the first 2 innings. 0-1 to the second baseman from the University of Florida. That's up and in, 1-1. 26 pitches, just 13 of those for strikes, so 50% mark so far for the right-hander. 1-1. Inside, 2-1 now. So for Castillo, that is his 13th RBI of the season, double number 2. 2-1. Castillo jumping around out there at second. Inside again, 3-1. Again, Harrisonburg wasted a 7-inning shutout start last night. The bullpen couldn't hold on the final 2 innings, so they used 3 arms total last night. Should have plenty of bullpen options. 3-1, and that's outside. He yanked the fastball away, and it's first and second now with 2 outs, and it brings up Tanner Waldrop, who doubled his first time up.
Third baseman, number 20, Tanner Waldrop.
Waldrop from the Tigers of Auburn. First pitch coming up to the lefty Waldrop. Swing and a miss, pulled the string. For Harrisonburg, let's see, they have now walked 2 tonight. So Harrisonburg pitching on the season, they are now up to 71 walks through 11 games. 0-1, a throw back to second. A heck of a play out there at short by Perez to hold on to the ball to make the catch and snag it, and saves it from heading into the outfield. Problem is, walks don't tell all the story because you've got hit by pitches too. They have hit 18 men. So 71 walks, and now 19 hit by pitches because they've hit the leadoff man here tonight in the second inning. 0-2 the count now for Tanner Waldrop. RBI chance here with 2 outs. Swinging a ground ball foul. First base side. We'll do it again at 0-2. Reeves trying to get through this, just allowing the 1 run in the inning. 0-2. Up and away, 1-2. Third straight night we're playing here in Strasburg. One-two. Swinging a ground ball to third. Garcia fields and fires to first. He's been very good over there so far. And 2 men left on for Strasburg here in the second. They claim the lead for the first time. It's 2-1 as we go to the third here on the Express Baseball Network. Go to the top of the third. 2-3-4 in the Turks lineup. Perez, Gary, and Spellman against Bryce Mitchell starting his third inning of work. So far he's allowed 2 hits, a run. And the first pitch is a breaking ball, a good one for a strike. His 25th pitch of the outing through 2+ innings. Andy Perez ground out to third his first time up. It was an RBI ground out with a runner at third and nobody out. Breaking ball swung on and popped up into shallow right. Castillo coming in, still coming in. He gets to the spot and makes the catch. And there's one out here in the top of the third inning, and it brings up Bennett Gary, the right fielder.
Right fielder, number 4, Bennett Gary.
Gary reached on an E6 there in the first inning from Baylor Roberts, and then he was caught stealing as Broderick threw him out at second. Gary, the left-handed hitter, stepping in here. Mitchell works exclusively from the stretch. The pitch, outside, ball 1. One-0. That a little bit inside, 2-0. So hitter's count now for Bennett Gary. And that's to the backstop, 3-0. Connor Spellman on deck. He hit one to deep left center his first time up, just missing extra bases or potentially even a home run. And that's ball 4. So 1-out walk brings up Spellman here in the top of the third.
The catcher, number 42, Connor Spellman.
Second walk of the night for Mitchell. The pitch, swing and a miss. He loses his bat. Fortunately, it stays on the field and doesn't hit anyone. 0-1. His head coach Tyler Bocock going to go pick up the bat. Wait for that to be retrieved and for Spellman to walk back to the dish. And he's out of Jacksonville University. Spellman wears the number 42. Runner at first, pretty good lead over there, 0-1. Swinging a ground ball to third. Gobbled there. They go to second for one. Back to first. Double play. 5-4-3 twin killing, and that'll do it in the third. Express coming to bat when we return here on the Express Baseball Network. We go to the last of the third. Strasburg leading Harrisonburg 2-1. Appreciate everyone for joining us. Whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, you can pull up the game on the YouTube app, smart TV, device, anything that has internet and YouTube on it, and watch the game. 0-1 to McGowan. Swinging a ground ball to third. Garcia has been great over there tonight and makes another play. 5-3 on the putout, and that starts the inning here in the third. So McGowan,
Number 25, Sam Brown.
with 2 ground outs so far through 2 trips, it brings up Sam Brown, the first baseman, RBI single back in the first. Brown just continues to hit for the Express. Jackson Reeves at 34 pitches through 2 1/3. And Brown takes a breaking ball low, 1-0. 1-0. And that a little bit low. Now a hitter's count for Sam Brown, 2-0. Reeves does not want to miss over the plate here. And that's a breaking ball, look, maybe a changeup, missing down and away, 3-0 now to Sam Brown. Brown, on top of being a hitting machine, he's also a walking machine. Takes a strike there, 3-1 now. Reeves comes right at him with the four-seam fastball and gets one across. 3-1 is driven in the air to left center field. On his horse is Walker towards the warning track. It's off the top of the wall, and another hit for Sam Brown. He's into second with a stand-up double. And a one-out double here for Strasburg in the bottom of the third.
Left fielder number 46, Madden Williams.
And through 2 tries, Brown is already halfway to the cycle. A single and a double. Ball not carrying at all tonight. Here's Madden Williams, struck out swinging his first time up. And he swings and pops it up. Playable over there for Williams, and he will make the catch. 2 outs. So a quick out there for Madden Williams, and now it brings up Wade Shelley. So Shelley trying to come up with a 2-out hit here. Shelley hit by a pitch. And this one is swung on and fouled off his leg, 0-1. Shelley awaits the pitch from the righty Reeves. And he breaks his bat on a ground ball first base side. That's going to stay foul, 0-2. So he'll have to go get a new bat. Oh, 2. Wade Shelley out of Auburn. And that's high on the four-seam, 1-2. "42nd pitch of the outing coming up for Reeves, and so far he's allowed a lot of traffic, but only 2 runs across. And check swing on a breaking ball down and out of the zone, 2-2 now. Even count. Runner at second. Shelley swings and misses. And that will do it here in the third. Strasburg gets a man to second. Can't get him across. They've now left 4 men through 3 innings. We go to the fourth. Strasburg leading Harrisonburg 2-1. We go to the top of the fourth inning. Bryce Mitchell back to the mound. He's at 30 pitches. He will face Brody Dalton leading off. He was hit by a pitch his first time, and he takes a strike 0-1. Again, Dalton leading the Turks in home runs. They only have 6 as a team, and he has 4 of them. Also 16 runs driven in, the tall left-hander. 0-1. Swinging a fly ball to left field off the end of the bat, backing Williams up a little bit. He reaches up and makes the catch, and there's 1 out. Brings up Elijah Williams, the first baseman. Williams was ahead 3-0 his first time up when he swung away and hit a fly ball into center field. Williams takes a little bit low, 1-0. Williams out of Flagler. 1-0, big wave and a miss, 1-1. Well, to this point, with runners on, the Express are 1 for 7 and the Turks are 2 for 8. 1-1. That's a strike. Harrisonburg, they've left 2-1 to this point. Strasburg, they've left 4. One, two. That's outside, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes to Elijah Williams. That's high, 3-2. Ben Garber, the left fielder, on deck. He popped out to first his only time up. Payoff pitch coming up. And he goes with the breaking ball and misses, ball 4. So he was ahead 1-2 and ends up walking him. And it brings up Ben Garber.
Left fielder number 15, Ben Garber.
Again, Garber out of Rochester. And he enters as the second leading hitter on this team. They've got him hitting down in the 7 hole. .313 average. The pitch. That skips, and a heck of a block back there by Broderick. Keeps it in front of him, 1-0. So Mitchell is now at 38 pitches, 14 of those for strikes. But his team is leading 2-1 here in the top of the 4th. 1-0. Breaking ball laced in the left. That's a base hit. And the Turks have men at first and second with 1 out now, and it brings up Philip Garcia, the third baseman.
Third baseman, number 26, Philip Garcia.
That is the third hit of the night for the Harrisonburg Turks. So Garcia with an RBI opportunity here. The pitch is up and away, 1-0. One ball, no strikes. Mitchell hits him. And the bases are loaded with 1 out for the 9-hole hitter, Trey Miranda.
Second baseman, number 13, Trey Miranda.
Miranda was walked his first time up. Mitchell's going to keep on rolling here. Nope, we've got a visit by the pitching coach, so Mitchell will indeed stay in. Probably give the bullpen some time to get loose and hot out there. But meanwhile, the Turks are in business here with the bases full. Trey Miranda coming up. Miranda out of Palm Beach Atlantic, out of Riverview, Florida. And he enters hitting .241. Corners will play up to try to come home if they can. If they pick it up, and middle infielders are going to play back to try to turn 2. Don't know the speed of Miranda, but it could be tough trying to turn 2 on the second baseman. Express lead in danger. The pitch, swing and a miss. Pitch there. Getting ahead in the count, 0-1. Do hear bullpen activity for Strasburg. Nothing going down there in Harrisonburg's bullpen right now. 0-1. Just missing inside. Mitchell wanted that one. It was a good pitch, but just missed the plate. 1-1. One misses. 2-1. Big pitch right here. You don't want to fall behind. 3 balls and 1 strike. Got to think Miranda's going to try to be aggressive here if he can get something to over the plate. That is grounded right side, through for a base hit. 1 run will score. They are holding the second runner at third. Station to station RBI single from the 9-hole hitter, Trey Miranda, and it's 2-2 here in the 4th. So a walk and a hit by pitch along with a single here so far for the Turks in this 4th inning.
Center fielder number 8, Jackson.
It all started with a fly out to left field. And now for Strasburg, you have to try to limit this and not let it turn into a disastrous inning. Leadoff man Jackson Walker, who's hit the ball well twice tonight, doubled in the first, flew out sharply in the second. Wave and a miss here, 0-1. Walker out of Walter State Community College, out of Loudon, Tennessee, 5'11", lefty, 192 pounds. 0-1, swing and a miss, 0-2. 0-2, 1 out. Walker behind. Mitchell trying to put him away. And a strike 3 called. Nice breaking ball in the outer part of the plate to freeze him. And there are 2 outs here in the 4th.
Shortstop, number 33, Andy Perez.
Want a drink or anything? You want a drink? Anything? Anything?
No,
Want a drink? Anything?
thank you.
Good luck to you guys.
Thanks.
2 outs now for Andy Perez. And that pitch misses 1-0. That misses. 2 balls, no strikes now. Two 2-0 now to Andy Perez. He's 0 for 2. 3-0. Gotta think this will probably be the last hitter. This will be the 50th pitch coming up here for Mitchell, regardless of what happens. Turks have tied it here in the 4th inning, primarily thanks to the 1-out walk and then the 1-out hit by pitch. 3-0 is high, ball 4. So a run comes in to score. It is 3-2.
Right fielder, number 4, Bennett Gary.
And that will be it for Bryce Mitchell. So the Turks have taken the lead here. It was an RBI bases loaded walk there for Perez. 3-2 our score. We'll tell you about the new hurler after this. New pitcher for Strasburg in a big spot. Bases loaded, 2 outs, top of the 4th inning. It's the right-hander, Luke Parson. Parson out of Anderson University from Tampa, Florida, and he comes in at a tough spot. Bases full, 2 outs against Bennett Gary. First pitch, misses, ball 1. The runners on first, second, and third are the responsibility of Bryce Mitchell. So far, 3 runs have scored, 2 in this inning. One 0. That's in the dirt, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes, the count. 1 hit, make it 2 hits in the inning, along with a walk, 2 walks, and a hit by pitch. 2-0 to Gary. 3-0. Three balls, no strikes. And not close. And a run scores again. The walk parade continues here in the 4th inning. So 3 runs now in the inning for the Turks. Garcia moves to third, Miranda to second. Excuse me, let's see. Yeah. Here's Connor Spellman, the catcher. And he takes high, and that's 5 out of the zone now from Parson. Spellman, a deep fly out in the first and a sharply hit ground ball that turned into a double play last time in the third. 1-0. That's in there for a strike, 1-1. Express trying to keep it right here. Keep it as a 2-run deficit for them. They came into this inning leading, and the first out of the inning was recorded very quickly. But since then, not been easy. 1-1. Breaking ball in there at the bottom of the zone, 1-2. Connor Spellman, the batter. One, two. Breaking ball, and he hammers it, but foul to the left side. He was out in front. He was waiting on it, and fortunately he was too early, or that could have been a big issue there for the Express. One, two is inside, 2-2. Two grounded down the third base line. It's a fair ball. Ball is bobbled, rolls all the way to the wall. Bases are going to be cleared. Spellman to third, ball's bobbled. And it's 7-2. So the walks and hit by pitch finally catch up in a big way to the Express. 6-run inning here for the Turks. Most of it self-inflicted issues by the Express. Just
number 27.
Again, an inability to throw balls over the plate. So it'll be a double and an E7 by Madden Williams. Pitches a strike. He went around from Brody Dalton, who led off this inning with a fly out. Oh, 1. Swinging a ground ball to first. Brown gobbles it up, and like it usually happens, the man who makes the first out makes the second out when they hit around. as Dalton retired, and that will do it here in the fourth. Big inning for Harrisonburg, 6 runs. They had just 3 hits. We go to the bottom of the fourth. It's 7-2, Harrisonburg on top. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Strasburg with work to do, as they now trail 7-2. It'll be Baylor Roberts, Will Broderick, and Eddie Castillo, and it's quickly 2-0 from Jackson Reeves. So that maybe Strasburg can return the favor with a bunch of walks and get some base runners here. Try to inch closer. Roberts hit into a double play his first time up, and he fouls it off 2-1. 2-1 is hit in the center. That's going to be down for a base hit. And Baylor Roberts has his first hit of the game, 5th hit overall for the Express. They now tie the Turks in the hit category, 5-5.
Catcher number 1, William Broderick.
And it brings up the catcher, Will Broderick from UVA. Good piece of hitting there from Roberts, hitting it right back up the middle. Huge lead at first from Baylor Roberts, the pitch. Swinging a liner, foul, third base side, and it's 0-1. Roberts goes. The pitch is swung on and driven into left. He's going to have to get back quickly. Roberts going back. Here's the throw, not in time. Don't know if they were trying hit and run there or what that was, but Roberts with a huge lead over there has to go back on the fly out to left.
7, Eddie Castillo.
And it brings up Eddie Castillo, who doubled last time up, drove in a run. Like to see the Express try to answer with at least a run or two here in this bottom of the fourth after surrendering 6 in the top half of the inning. Roberts still has a huge lead. I'm surprised Reeves isn't trying to throw it over there. 1-0. And a ground ball to second. Going to get the out at second. Yes, they will. Throw back to first is into the back netting. Get the out there as Roberts is the second out. Eddie reaches on the fielder's choice. And back to the top of the lineup with 2 outs for Colton Schwartz.
Colton Schwartz.
So Jackson Reeves, who didn't have great numbers coming in, is doing what he needs to do tonight. Express have had chances. A lot of men left on. Schwartz takes a strike, 0-1. Colton awaits the 0-1. That's down in the dirt. Maybe the last half inning for Jackson Reeves. We'll see if the Turks go to the pen. They've got somebody warming up. One. That's in the dirt. 2-1 now. 7-2 our score. Turks leading in the bottom of the 4th inning. Two one is in there for a strike. 2-2. Castillo with first. And a swing and a miss. That will do it in the 4th. Turks with a 7-2 lead as we go to the 5th here on the Express Baseball Network. Seven to 2 Harrisonburg as we go to the top of the 5th. Here on a beautiful night from First Bank Park. Elijah Williams, the batter, and he chops one to second base. Backing up toward the outfield, Schwartz, his throw to first, picked out nicely over there by Sam Brown. Swartz with a tough play there. He was backing up toward right field and had to throw it from there off his back foot, but had just enough for Brown to scoop it out
Garber.
and make the play. And there's one out here in the fifth. So Williams is retired. Here's Ben Garber. He singled and scored last inning. And he swings away at the first pitch and fouls it off 0-1. Oh, 1 from Parson. That's a little bit outside. Final line for Bryce Mitchell. For the Express, he went 3 2/3, allowed 4 hits, 6 runs, 6 were earned. That pitch is a little bit up as well. Walked 4 and struck out 1. Two balls and a strike to Garber. Righty Parson deals. That is popped up foul. It's 2-2. That is swung on and driven down the right field line. Castillo into foul territory. He's not going to get there. Playing well off the line, and long run couldn't get there in time, so we'll do it again at 2-2. Two, fouled off again. The battle will continue. Two, wave and a miss. Broderick has to get by him. He picks it up. It's not going to be in time. Brown with a heck of a pick there. So it'll be a strikeout and reaching on a wild pitch. And the base runner for the Turks.
Third baseman, number 26, Philip Garcia.
So that's kind of how the night has been going, at least the last few innings for the Express. A strikeout and reaching on it is Garber. So here's Philip Garcia. He was hit by a pitch his last time up. Just couldn't find the ball. It was to the left of him, but those are hard to get to. Here's a ground ball to short. Roberts to second for 1, back to first. It's a double play. 6-4-3, Roberts to Swartz to Brown, and that will do it in the the top of the 5th. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Strasburg down 7-2, and Reeves is back to the mound. We'll be back after this. And we go to the bottom of the fifth. Tanner Waldrop will bat for the Express. And the right-hander Reeves deals in the dirt, ball one. Waldrop is 1 for 2, double and a run scored in the first, grounded out to third in the second. Both teams with 5 hits apiece, but Strasburg trailing in the run column, swing and a miss, 1-1. Checking on the other game going on around the Valley League tonight. Other makeup game, that is Stanton leading at Charlottesville 6-0 in the sixth. 1-1 to Waldrop is high, 2-1. 2-1 the count to the third baseman batting second tonight for the Express. That's fouled back, 2-2. Still have bullpen activity continue for the Turks, so got to think at this point Harrisonburg's trying to get Reeves through 5 innings. See if the Express can make that hard on him here. They've had traffic, just haven't been able to put it all together. He's done a nice job getting out of trouble. 2-2, swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there's one out here in the fifth.
DH number 22, Marshall McGowan.
Again, I've talked about this last night. The Express offense just seems to fade as the game goes on for some reason. They start hot as can be. First inning, 2 innings, 3 innings, and then after that, they just go cold. The pitch. And he pops it up. Playable out there for Perez. Easy play, 2 outs. 2 up, 2 down, and here's Sam Brown. He's 2 for 2, single, a double, and an RBI. Left-hander awaits the pitch, and that's in there. 59 pitches, that was 30th strike for Reeves. 0-1, swinging a chopper to second. Routine over there for Miranda, and the Express go 1-2-3 in the bottom of the fifth. Turks in command, 7-2. We go to the sixth. We'll return after this from First Bank Park in Strasburg. Turks up to bat here in the top of the sixth inning. It'll be 9-1-2 Miranda, Walker, and Perez against the right-hander Luke Parson. The first pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. Miranda bit on twice tonight out of the 9-hole, walk in the second, RBI single in the fourth. 0-1. That's in there on the outside corner, 0-2. Parson ahead here. Strasburg has to continue putting up zeros if they want to have a chance to make a comeback here in this one. 0-2 breaking ball missing down low, 1-2. Make sure to get to some history tonight on this day in baseball history, June 15th. Get to that in the 7th inning. 1-2 is skied to left and out of play. And we'll do it again at 1-2. Well, tip of the cap if Jackson Reeves is done. He went 5 solid innings tonight against the second leading batting average team in the league in the Express, just points behind Percival for first. That skips, 2-2. 5 innings, 2 runs, 5 hits, if he is indeed done. Harrisonburg typically letting their guys go 50, 60 pitches. 2-2, ground ball up the middle. Charging is Robert, scoops it, throws in time. 1 up, 1 down on the ground out to Baylor Roberts, the Strasburg shortstop out of the University of Alabama, Birmingham. Top of the lineup comes Jackson Walker, the center fielder. Walker struck out looking back in the 4th, and after that it looked like Strasburg was going to get out of the jam, just allowing a couple of runs. But then continued to fall apart for him. Swing and a miss, 0-1. One misses up and away on the fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. One fouled back. Former member of the Express, Jonathan Pintaro, currently on the mound for the New York Mets. Pintaro is an unrestricted free agent signing by New York and quickly moved up the levels and the ranks in the Mets organization. One of the several players in the majors for the Express. 1-2, and that's a little bit high, 2-2. Two breaking ball just missing. Parson would like to have that one. The count now full 3-2 with Andy Perez, the shortstop, awaiting on deck. Payoff pitch. And a wave and a miss. Got him to swing on the breaking ball. He was out in front. 2 up, 2 down here in the 6th. Perez steps up for the 4th time. Perez with an RBI ground out in the 1st, fly out to right in the 3rd, bases loaded, walk in the 4th. The pitch. Fouled back, 0-1. Strasburg will have 5, 6, 7 due up in the bottom half of the 6th inning. 0-1 the count. And that is lined in the center field. Coming in is Shelley, makes the catch in. Another 1-2-3 inning for Luke Parson. And here comes Reeves jogging back to the mound again, so he's not through. He'll continue on. He gets out there right after the out's recorded, and he's ready to go. 7-2 Turks. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. We'll be back after this.
off the Express, left fielder number 46, Madden Williams.
Madden Williams bats to lead off the inning for Strasburg here in the bottom of the 6th inning and face the starter, Jackson Reeves, as he's back to the mound. And his first pitch is in there for a strike, continues to fire on all cylinders. Again, I talked about it in the open of the broadcast. Reeves gotten absolutely roughed up his first few starts, but here he is tonight looking like $1,000,000. Quickly 0-2 now to Madden Williams. Williams a strikeout in the first and a foul out in the third. And he's quickly behind 0-2. And that's up and in, 1-2. Harrisonburg 7 runs on 5 hits with no errors. Strasburg 2 runs on 5 hits with 2 errors. 1-2. Swing and a miss. On the breaking ball, and that's the first out here in the 6th inning. Brings up Wade Shelley, the center fielder.
Center fielder number 15, Wade Shelley.
Shelley hit by a pitch in the second, struck out in the third. He shows bunt, and it's foul. Count is 0-1. Shelley hit a 2-run home run last night. And 1 fouled off, 0-2. This was a 1-1 game after 1. Strasburg led 2-1 after 2 and led all the way until the 4th, where the Turks scored 6 runs. They had 3 hits, but there were a bunch of walks. There was a hit by pitch, an error. That ball's in the dirt into the backstop, 1-2. Self-inflicted mistakes. Credit to the Turks for putting up a few hits in that inning, but it's been the problem around the Valley League this season. You see it in all the games, just way too many control issues, command issues. 1-2 is up and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two-two is popped up, foul territory. Williams giving it a look, and it's into the bleachers, nearly hitting a dog that's sitting over there. Still 2-2. Well, the Dogs got a new chew toy, unless they bring it back like they're supposed to.
Please return all foul balls to the train station.
Of course, the Freezy Pops are not a selling point tonight. 2-2. Shelley swinging a miss. Express just not looking good at the plate right now. No point of pulling Reeves out. They can't touch him. 69 pitches, and he's gone through 5 2/3. The only other time this year the Express have let a starter do this to him was in Percival. They let him go 7 innings, and of course he was the, blanking on his name, Hensley. He was the pitcher of the year last year in the North Division, but not swinging it here tonight all that well. 1-0 to Roberts, who does have a hit. That's in there, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. That's down in the dirt, 2-1. Of course, Turks might be a little hesitant to pull out their starter after what they did last night. Duff went 7 innings for them. Duff out of JMU, and then things fell apart from there in the bullpen. 2-1. Fouled back to us, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. Turks lead the Express 7-2. The Express enter undefeated at home, but they're in danger of seeing that undefeated mark come to an end here. 2-2. That's up and in. 3-2. Well, Roberts trying to keep this half inning going here and let Will Broderick get to the plate. Three-two and a called strike 3. And that will do it here in the bottom of the 6th. Express go down 1-2-3. And we're going to the 7th. It's 7-2 front Harrisonburg on top. Bennett Gary leads off for Harrisonburg as we go to the top of the 7th. Luke Parson back on the mound for yet another inning of work. 3-4-5 in this Harrisonburg lineup. And the first pitch is in outside, ball 1. One 0 in there. One one's in there for a strike, 1-2. Gary is 0 for 1, reached on an error in the first, walked in the third, and then bases loaded walk in the 4th. There were back-to-back bases loaded walks in the 4th inning. 1-2, and that is swung on and popped up in the infield off the end of the bat. Roberts coming across toward third base makes the catch. And there's one out in the 7th. And it brings up Connor Spellman, who had the back-breaking hit back in the 4th.
Now batting number 42, Connor Spellman.
Hit a 3 RBI double. Correct that, it would be a 2 RBI double. There was an error out there and left. And he swings and grounds one up the middle behind the bag. Swartz throw to first, and it's in the dirt and unable to scoop it out is the first baseman, Brown. That'll be a hit. So an infield single for Spellman, his second hit of the game. It was a tough play from Schwartz and just couldn't get enough on the throw. So it brings up Brody Dalton. Dalton is 0 for 2, hit by pitch back in the 2nd. We'll get to some history here in this 7th inning on this day, June 15th, coming up here in just a moment. Very little lead at first, the pitch. That misses. Today in 1925, the Philadelphia Athletics go into the bottom of the 8th inning, trailing 15-4. They score 13 runs in the inning to defeat the Cleveland Indians 17-15. 1-0. That misses. 2-0.
The winner of the 50-50 is Debbie Whittle.
Here's a crazy one. Today in 1928, Ty Cobb of the Philadelphia Athletics steals home for the 54th time in his career. 54 steals of home. 2-0. That's inside for a strike, 2-1. In that same game, Lefty Grove was the winning pitcher. 2 balls and a strike to Dalton. Breaking ball, up and away, 3-1. Today in 38, Johnny Vandermeer of the Reds stuns the baseball world by pitching his second consecutive no-hitter in 5 days, defeating the Brooklyn Dodgers 6-0. 3-1, and that's popped up. Third base side, foul territory out of play, 3-2. Today in 1962, Hank Aaron and Roberto Clemente trade grand slams between the Braves and Pirates. Pirates won that game 9-8. 3-2, and ball 4. So a walk of Dalton, his second free pass received of the night. It brings up Elijah Williams, the first baseman. Williams is 0 for 2, fly out to center, walk and a run scored, and a ground out to second. Long look, and he'll step off. Today in 1963, Juan Marichal of the Giants pitches a 1-0 no-hitter against the Houston Colt 45s. First Giants no-hitter since Carl Hubble in 1929. Took him over 35 years to get another no-hitter. That ball is clubbed deep to right field, but it's foul. Williams with a heck of a swing there, but wasn't close to being a fair ball. Oh, 1. And that is lined in the right. It's a base hit. Runners had to hold a little bit. Castillo fields. They're going to hold the runners. And the bases will be loaded with 1 out for Ben Garber, the left fielder. His first hit of the night for Williams.
Left fielder number 15, Ben Garber.
That is hit number 6 tonight for Harrisonburg. Make it number 7. So the base is juiced here. Corners are going to play in, or at least the first baseman, Brown, is. Garber has popped out, singled and scored, and then reached on a strikeout in the wild pitch. First pitch is ball 1. Today in 1964, the Cardinals make one of their best trades in team history and really in MLB history, acquiring outfielder Lou Brock from the Chicago Cubs. 1-0. Swinging a chopper to third. It's going to be scooped there. They go to second for 1. Back to first. There is no throw. Run comes in to score. It's 8-2, and there are 2 outs. So Spellman scores. Moving to third is Dalton, and Williams is erased on the fielder's choice.
Third baseman, number 26, Philip Garcia.
RBI there for Garber. And here's Garcia. He's doubled, been hit by a pitch, and hit into a 6-4-3 double play. The Turks expanding on their lead here in this 7th inning with a run so far. Pitch from Parson. Chopper, first base side. Brown can't get to it. It's over his head into the outfield. 1 will score. And it is now 9-2. So RBI single. Brown went leaping in the air. It was chopped over his head. So first and third with 2 outs. Visit to the mound, and the Express going to the bullpen, and Strasburg inching close, kind of close to mercy territory here. Down 9-2. We'll be back after this. New pitcher for the Express with 2 outs in the top of the 7th is the right-hander Jacob Chadwell. Chadwell out of Longwood, hails from Chesapeake, Virginia, 6'4", righty, 210. He'll face the 9-hitter Trey Miranda, who's been on twice tonight. First and third, 2 outs. 9-2 the score. 2 runs here in this 7th inning for Harrisonburg. Chadwell will step off. First pitch grounded up the middle. That will be off the glove of Swartz. Throw to first. And a heck of a pick over there to save runs from scoring. Swartz with a heck of a pickup and a recovery. And a heck of a save over there at first for Sam Brown. And that will do it. Well, guess what? Jackson Reeves, he's run back onto the mound again. He will start the bottom of the 7th. It's time to stretch here in First Bank Park. Will Broderick leads off for Strasburg as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Jackson Reeves starts his 7th inning of work, and his first pitch is low for ball 1. Broderick is 0 for 1, walking a run scored in the 2nd. Fly out to left in the 4th. The Express scored both of their runs in the first 2 innings and haven't done much since. Just 2 hits since the first 2 innings. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Some more history today in 1965. Tigers pitcher Denny McClain makes a first inning relief appearance and strikes out the first 7 batters he faces, setting a major league record. 1-1, and that's drilled to left center field. Moving to his right is Walker. He's going to lay out. He's not going to make the play, and it's going to hit off the wall. Into second base, standing up is Will Broderick, the catcher, for the leadoff double here in the bottom of the 7th. That just came flying off the bat, but again, the ball is not carrying tonight really at all. 6th hit tonight for Strasburg, first for Broderick. Here's Castillo, the right fielder. He's 1 for 2, RBI double in the 2nd. Reached on a fielder's choice in the 4th. So finally something going against Reeves here to start this 7th frame. In a 9-2 game. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Oh, 1. Fouled into the glove, 0-2. Today in 1987, Mike Scott and Dave Smith combined for 17 strikeouts in a 4-0 shutout of the Reds by the Astros. Scott fanned first 14 over 8 innings, then Smith punched out the final 3. 0-2, and Castillo takes fastball up, 1-2. Today, 1996, the Dodgers turned their first triple play in 47 years on a Chipper Jones pop-up. 1-2, and Eddie takes inside, 2-2. Close pitch. Today in 1999, Baltimore's first baseman Will Clark collected his 2000th career hit. 10th inning single and a 6-5 win over the Royals at Camden Yards. 2-2, high again, 3-2. And that misses for ball 4. The Express have men on first and second now, and that's going to be it for Jackson Reeves. So he goes 6+, and he will leave with the men on base as his responsibility. Heck of an outing tonight from the right-hander for the Harrisonburg Turks out of southwestern Illinois, Jackson Reeves. We'll take a break and return after this, tell you about the new pitcher. New pitcher for Harrisonburg here with men at first and second and no outs. It's Caden Garrow. And he's facing the top of the lineup. Colton Schwartz leading off. New pitcher Garrow taking over from Nova Southeastern out of Davie, Florida. 6'1" righty, 190. Schwartz 0 for 2 tonight with a walk, 0-1. 1-0 and now 1-1. Strasburg trying to inch closer here. They gave up 2 runs in the top of the 7. Think about if it was 7-2 right now, how much more manageable that would feel, but they're down 7, 1-1. That's low, 2 balls, 1 strike. Again, the runners on first and second are the responsibility of Reeves, who as of right now, 6+ innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, 3 walks, and 7 strikeouts. 2-1 to the Florida Gator, Colton Schwartz. Garrow checks the runner and deals. Inside, watch out, 3-1. Beautiful sky out there beyond right field. And unlike last night, not a bunch of clouds in the sky. Really not many at all if you look. It's a big pitch here. You don't want to walk the bases loaded. 3-1. Swing and a miss. Schwartz hacking at it and unable to connect. 3-2. Garrow sets, checks the runner. 3-2. And that's fouled back and nearly took off the catcher's helmet as that was ricocheted right back but just over his head. Numbers on the year for Garrow. This is his 5th appearance. He's gone 4 innings, allowed 3 hits, 3 runs. He's walked 5 and struck out 5. He does have a 1-0 record. ERA of 6.75. And that is grounded third base side. They're going to get an out at second, back to first. Double play. Strasburg not happy with the call, but a big time double play wipes out the rally here, and now runner third with 2 outs.
Third baseman, number 20, Tanner Waldrop.
First pitch strike to Tanner Waldrop. 0-1. Waldrop takes a strike, 0-2. Just been that kind of night tonight for the Express, unfortunately. To Waldrop, who is 1 for 3. And that's grounded sharply to first, fielded there by Williams, and that will do it in the inning. That will do it here in the bottom of the 7th. We go to the 8th, it's 9-2. Turks lead 9-2 as we go to the top of the 8th. Harrisonburg sends up 1, 2, 3. Walker, Perez, and Gary against Chadwell. And the first pitch is a single up the middle. So that is hit number 9 tonight for Harrisonburg.
Shortstop, number 33, Andy Perez.
And that is the second hit for Walker and his 5th plate appearance. Catcher Broderick going to go out and talk to Chadwell, try to get the sign straight. Final line for Jackson Reeves, a starter for Harrisonburg. Quality start for him tonight. 6+ innings, 6 hits, 2 runs. Both were earned. Walked 3 and struck out 7. So he is in line for the victory here in this one. Meanwhile, Bryce Mitchell on the hook. 3 2/3, 6 runs allowed. Pitch is on the inside corner, 0-1. To a few more history notes here. That one to Perez. Chadwell, the righty, sets and deals outside. Today in 2006, David Ortiz of the Red Sox hits a towering fly ball in the top of the 6th inning at the Metrodome. The ball soared toward the upper deck, but strikes a speaker hanging from the ceiling and falls onto the field. 1-1. Ground ball to short, might have another double play. Roberts, Schwartz, back to first. Not this time. They'll get the lead runner at second. Score at 6-4. Erased on the play is Walker, and there's 1 out.
Right fielder, number 4, Bennett Gary.
So Ortiz hits this fly ball. It hits a speaker. Ortiz only reached first base and was later put out on a double play. More to come in a second. Here's Bennett Gary. He takes ball 1. After the game, Boston manager Terry Francona said, and I quote, "It's like playing putt-putt golf where you've got to go around the windmill. That's embarrassing. The outcome should never, ever hinge on a speaker." Unquote. The Twins swept the Red Sox. Here's another chopper up the middle. Chadwell going for the ball for some reason instead of letting his second baseman go for the play. It'll be an infield single. As Perez moves up to second, Gary reaches on the knock. Infield hit, his first hit of the game. And here's Connor Spellman, who has singled and doubled. He's also flown out and hit into a double play. 10th hit for the Turks. Swing and a miss. 0-1. One-handed hack. Got started tonight at 7:05. This is a makeup game from about a week ago. Here's a swing and a miss. Again, just one hand on the bat. Not sure what's going on there. I think he's losing the grip. He was the one that lost the bat earlier. Went flying over his manager's head down the third base line. Oh, to the count. And a ground ball left side. Diving stop by Waldrop. Goes across from his knees, throws it away, but getting it and keeping it from off going down the line is Brown, so he saves it from being an error. Waldrop with a heck of an effort. Another infield single for the Turks. And the bases are loaded with 1 out for Brody Dalton, the DH.
DH number 27, Brody Dalton.
So now the hits mounting up here for the Turks. Now number 11. Third single of the inning. Base is full and the infield's playing in against the dangerous left-handed hitting Dalton, who is 0 for 2 tonight. Fly out, ground out, reached on a hit by pitch and was walked. 9-2 our score, top of the 8th, 1-0. Swinging a foul back. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Might have tipped it into the glove, 1-2. Today in 2020, the impasse over the resumption of the MLB season gets deeper, as Commissioner Rob Manfred stated that there may not be a season at all on this day in 2020. And it could happen again next year due to labor disagreements. 1-2. Line drive in the center. That'll score at least one more run, holding the runners at third. Yet another single for the Turks. So Perez scores. Everybody moves up 90 feet. And it is getting ugly here, 10-2.
First base.
So now Williams batting with the bases full. RBI single there for Dalton, his first hit of the game. Chadwell trying to work through this here. Swinging a ground ball left side, another hit. One will score, station to station again, and now it's 11-2. This has been the inning of singles here for Harrisonburg, hitting them where they ain't, as they say. So now 11-2, still just one out, base is full, and here's Ben Garber. Time is called, visit to the mound. Pitching coach Kyle DeMai coming out, and we'll be right back. All right, visit to the mound has concluded. Bases still full, one out. 9-run lead for the Turks. Garber fouls it off. 0-1. 2 runs in this inning for the Turks, still threatening. They scored 6 in the fourth, 1 in the first, 6 in the fourth, 2 in the seventh, and 2 more here in the 8th. Express looking like they're going to lose their first home game of the season, and that'll put them down to, if they lose this game, 6-5. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Just haven't been able to get going this year. The Express defending Valley League champions, and there are some pieces on this team from last year's team, but a lot of talent, just a lot of trying to get going. 0-2. And he's hit by a pitch. Run scores, it's 12-2. Painful RBI there for Garber, who's still holding his arm. Spellman scores, everybody else moves up. And the Express now in position to be mercy ruled, which the mercy has not been in the league but maybe 2 or 3 years, but I can't think of but maybe 1 or 2 occurrences where this has been a possibility for this Express team. The Express going back to the bullpen with 1 out here in the 8th inning. It's 12-2, all Harrisonburg tonight. Base is full, 1 out, new pitcher for the Express, the right-hander C.J. Asbill. And a new runner for Harrisonburg is Mason Greenhouse. He'll take over at first in the spot of Ben Garber, who was hit by the pitch. Pitch from Asbill misses, 1-0.
Running at first base is number 21, Mason Greenhouse.
One 0. That is lined in the right center. That's going to be down for a base hit. And another station-to-station play for the Turks. Another base hit, 13-2. Still just 1 out.
Second baseman, number 13, Trey Miranda.
Walker led off the inning with a single. Perez reached on a fielder's choice. Gary singled. Spellman singled. Dalton singled. Williams singled. Garber hit by a pitch, and now Garcia singles to make it 13-2. The pitch to Trey Miranda, misses, ball 1. One 0. That's in there. One 1, grounded to second. That will be an out at first as Schwartz throws to Brown for the second out. RBI ground out as Williams comes in to score. Runners moving to second and third are Greenhouse and Garcia. And back to the top of the lineup. It'll be a pinch hitter in the leadoff spot.
Pinch hitting number 28, Tyler Boyson.
It'll be Tyler Boyson out of Stetson from Port Orange, Florida. 6'1", righty, 195. And the pitch. It is a strike, 0-1. Asbill trying to put an end to this treacherous inning and practically treacherous game here for the Express. That pitch is a strike, 0-2. Asbill out of Embry-Riddle from Port Orange, Florida. 6'1", right-handed pitcher, 185. He's ahead 0-2 here. And that's outside, 1-2. One two to Boyson. Grounded to third. Fielded there, thrown to first by Waldrop in time, and that will do it. In the 8th inning, 5 runs across for the Turks, and they now lead it 14-2, and they're 3 outs away from winning this game on the Mercy. We'll be back after this as Caden Garrow back to the mound when we return. Go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Strasburg down 14-2. It'll be Marshall McGowan, Sam Brown, and Madden Williams against Caden Garrow, trying to hold Strasburg to 2 runs or less here in this 8th inning to end the game via the mercy rule, which is a rare occurrence for this Strasburg team. 0-1. That's going to miss. 1-1. Jackson Reeves started the game, went 6+. Very impressive for the Turks. Bryce Mitchell started for the Express, got into some trouble in that 4th inning. It was a 6-run inning for the Turks. 1-1. That's outside. 2-1. Again, tomorrow night, Strasburg's playing again. Another makeup game. They're going to be taking on division rival down south from Newmarket. Big game between the two teams. 2-1. Swinging a pop-up. Foul territory. Going to be a tough play. I don't think anyone's going to get to it. They're not. And it's 2-2. Again, Strasburg, the first time out, they blew a 5-0 lead to Newmarket. Ended up losing that game 6-5 on a walk-off walk. That was a game they were in command of, and it fell apart on them. Been a lot of those so far. A lot of walks. 2-2, swing and a ball crushed to left but foul, and he'll do it again. Marshall McGowan 0 for 3, a rare 0 for on his line tonight. Been one of the better hitters in the league to this point. Pitch is high, 3-2. Three-two from Garrow. Struck him out. Pitch that was pretty far inside. First out of the 8th inning, and it brings up Sam Brown. Brown 2 for 3, single and an RBI in the first, double in the third. Express have not had a hit since, or excuse me, they did have a double in the 7th. That pitch misses. 2 hits in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth, and then 1 hit in the 7th. Been all she's wrote, or written. 1-0. Check swing, called strike. 1-1. One. Swing and a miss. Big hack again from Brown. 1-2. One, two from Garrow. That's in the dirt. Bounces away. A reminder that the game at Newmarket tomorrow night, that's a 7:30 start. You'll be able to watch that game on the Rebels. I believe they have YouTube Live and Facebook Live. 2-2. That's high, 3-2. Pretty quiet at this point of the night in the ballpark. A rare stinker of a game for the Express here at home. It's going to be their first loss at home in the season. Brown draws the walk. Last thing Harrisonburg wants to do is start giving away free passes.
Left fielder number 46, Madden Williams.
Madden Williams will bat. He's 0 for 3. A couple of strikeouts and a foul out. First pitch to Williams, swing and a foul back. 0-1. Runner not being held on. That's high. 1-1. Inside, 2-1. Two-one, grounded to second. Could be two. They go to second for one, and the ball's dropped on the exchange. It'll be an out at second. And the Express down to their final out here, courtesy of the mercy rule.
Center fielder number 15, Wade Shelley.
Wade Shelley, the final hope here. Express down 14-2. And grounded to short, sharply hit. Perez to second, and that will do it. 6-4 on the putout for the final out of the game. Well, on the mercy rule, a rare occurrence for this Strasburg franchise, but it happens tonight. Turks win it, and they have won their 6th game of the year. They're now up to 500 at 6-6. Strasburg falls to 6-5 with this one tonight. Winning pitcher in this game is Jackson Reeves. The loser is Bryce Mitchell. And the Express will be back in action tomorrow night at Newmarket, a 7:30 start. Again, we want to thank everyone for joining us here tonight, as we will be back here on Thursday night as the Express will host the Purcellville Cannons. Thank you to everyone for joining us, and we look forward to talking to you again on Thursday night. Turks win it 14-2 in 8 innings, and this is Kyle Gutschall signing off for the 2026 Strasburg Express and the Valley Baseball League.